All right, welcome to your leg workout. You want to make sure that you're warmed up. So if you haven't done anything, I recommend a 3 to 5 minute warm up, whether that's a walking, you can do some jumping jacks, you can go on a rower or a treadmill. And then we're going to warm up the legs a little bit more right now with some leg swings. Good. So I have a pair of heavy weights and a pair of light weights for today. I'm going to go heavier, most likely because it's legs, but you always want to listen to your body and do the weights that feel good for you for the amount of reps that you're doing. Wonderful. Hip openers are next. So for this workout, I recommend 3 rounds of roughly 8 to 12 repetitions. So it's depending on the weight you're choosing and how you're feeling for the day. Good. We're going to go into your lunge and reach. So lunge, reach, step back, lunge, reach, and step back. If you have bad knees, you can do a step, reach, so it's not as much of a lunge, a step, and reach. Good. Let's do one more on each side, and then we'll get started in your workout. Perfect. All right, so that first exercise is going to be a sumo squat. I'm going to hold this down a little bit so you can see my feet better. So I recommend choosing one weight slightly heavy for this. Your legs are pretty strong. So you're going to hold that weight here in between your hands and your knees. Your toes, instead of facing forward, are going to face towards the corner of the mats or the room. And then your knees go over your toes. So you don't want your knees to come in. You want your knees to go out and over your toes. I'm just going to put this down for a second. So think about just having your knees, boom, right in line with that toe. That's your goal, up and down. So we're going to go for 12 reps. Good work. Now, how far apart your legs are is depending on your flexibility. If you don't have a lot of flexibility, you might find that your feet are much closer together, and that's okay. Aiming to keep your knees over your ankle. If you see, my knee winds up right over this ankle. That's the goal with this squat. Wonderful. Once you hit 12, go ahead and rest. Shake it out. Put that weight down. Your second move is a deadlift. I'm going to show it to you without the weight first. So you're here. Legs are straight. You have a slight bend in your knee, and you're going to hinge at the hip, pushing the butt back. See how my knees haven't really bent at all? My hip is going back. I'm bending forward, and I'm here. I have a nice straight back. My shoulders are pulled back. They're not rounding, so you want to be here. So you're going to come down to about mid-shin, pull it back up, squeeze the butt. Mid-shin, back up and squeeze the butt. So you can grab one weight if you have one heavy weight, or 2 weights if you want to, depending on the size of weights. And we're going to aim for 12 reps. So here we go. Wonderful. See how my knees are barely bending? Just a little bit of a bend. Those weights are staying really close to my shins. My back is flat. My shoulders are pulled back. And you want to keep your head in line with your spine looking forward, not twisted looking at the camera like I am. Woo! And once you have 12, go ahead and rest. Perfect. Your next 2 moves are on the ground. So you can come to the ground next. Make sure you can see me. We're going to do a bridge. So a regular bridge. Feet are on the ground, about hip width apart. And we lift the hips up and bring them back down. Each time we lift, we squeeze the butt. To make this harder, you can add a weight here on your hips, putting a pillow or something if you need to. You're going to have to hold the weight there. Otherwise, it will roll towards your head. But we're going to make this even more difficult today. And we're going to do toes up. So toes are up, heels are on the ground, and we're coming up into that bridge. So if you want to start here, I recommend 12 reps. And if that feels really easy, then you're going to want to add the weight to your hips the next round when you do another 12 reps. So just squeezing, about 1 to 2 second hold at the top, back down. My toes are off the ground, focusing on heels, which is going to work the hamstrings and the glutes a little bit more. Wonderful. Once you hit 12, Go ahead and pull those knees in and rest. And we have one more exercise for legs, which are calf raises. I recommend if you have stairs or something like a step at home, you can do these on those. For instance, my fireplace over here has this little lip. So by having my feet on here, I get a little bit more range of motion where my heels are down farther, and then I can come up higher, and then bring them back down, come up higher. So if you have stairs at home or a step, I recommend doing it on those to get more of a range of motion for your calves. Otherwise, you can be on your mat or on the ground, holding a weight if you wish to make it harder. Here, feet are facing forward, up onto your toes and back down, up and back down. You might find that on a rug or mat, this is hard and that you lose your balance a little bit. That's because it's a softer surface, so you can go onto hardwood floor or tiles to make this easier and give you more balance. You're still aiming for about 12 of these. Again, you don't have to hold weights, but they're easy without weights, and I recommend holding weights. Whew. All right. Once you hit 12, go ahead and put those weights down. So right now, you've just completed all the exercises. You would go back to the start of the workout video with the sumo squats, and you would repeat it again 1 to 2 more times through. And then you'll come and you'll stretch. And your stretches for today are your figure 4. So you're here, 1 foot over the knee, pull that leg in, and you should get a nice stretch in the side of your glutes of the leg that's bent. So if this leg's bent, you should feel it right here in the glute. Wonderful. Rolling up, reaching for your toes. Again, you're gonna hinge forward at the hips without rounding the shoulders, keeping those legs nice and straight, pointing the toes towards your face to get a nice stretch in the back of your legs. Wonderful. 2 more stretches. We have our quad stretch standing up. You can come here, hold a wall if you need to for balance. And you want to keep your knees together and then push that hip forward. So the hip coming forward is key. So you push it forward just a little bit by squeezing that glute, and you should feel a nice stretch up the front of your entire leg and your hips. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch. Ooh, find your balance, knees together, and push it out. Perfect. All right, last but not least, we have your calf stretch. So you can find a wall. You're going to put your toe against the wall, heel on the ground, and then you're just going to lean forward. You should feel a stretch in the back of this calf. Really nice stretch right there. And then you'll just switch. Other toe comes to the wall or door, heel on the ground, and then lean forward into it, and you should get a really nice stretch. And then that's it. That is the end of your quick leg workout. So you can do this 1 time through for a fast leg workout or 2 to 3 times through for a longer leg workout. Have a great day.